evidence. There's no 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 evidence. Yeah, hey, hey. Oh, ho. Guantanamo has got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, ho. Guantanamo has got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, ho. Guantanamo has got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, ho.
We're here today because this Marine recruiting station represents everything we're against. It represents the war crimes being committed all over the world in our name, from Guantanamo Bay to Bagram prison and Afghanistan to secret CIA dungeons.
You ever had this before?
You're doing it wrong.
To Abu Ghraib, torture and war crimes are being committed. Look at how they wrap Fallujah in barbed wire. That is a war crime. Collective punishment. Look at how they shot at ambulances and cut off water supplies. Those are war crimes. This war in Iraq is based on lies. It is a war crime. It is a war of aggression. And we are here to say no to Bush and everything he stands for. No to this illegal, unjust, and illegitimate war. And we're calling on all the people here, especially the young people whose futures are on the line. And I know there's some people coming from a few different high schools. They should be here soon. So we're here to say no to Bush and everything he represents, the whole future he has in store for these young people, lying to them about what this war is really about, recruiting them, preying on them through stuff like this Marine recruiting station, telling them they'll get health care benefits and stuff. What about the health care of the people of Iraq? 1 million people are dead. 4 million people have been driven from their homes. And at 4 o'clock we're going to be showing just how bad this war is. We're going to be showing one of the war crimes being committed that the new Attorney General, Michael Mukasey, can't even say if waterboarding, which we're about to demonstrate, he can't even say if it's a war crime. Why? Because he's covering for Bush and Cheney and Alberto Gonzalez and Rumsfeld and all the perpetrators of these war crimes. But we're going to show exactly what it is so that people have no doubt in their mind that this is an illegal, unjust war. Waterboarding is not simulated drowning, as Michael Mukasey and other Republicans and other apologists for torture say. It is real drowning. Waterboarding is real drowning. Water gets into your lungs. Shut it down, shut it down. Drive out the Bush regime. Shut it down, shut it down. Drive out the Bush regime. Shut it down, shut it down. Drive out the Bush regime. Shut it down, shut it down. Drive out the Bush regime. Shut it down, shut it down. Drive out the Bush regime. Shut it down, shut it down. Drive out the Bush regime. Waterboarding the water gets into your nose. You pass out and then they wake you up. And then they ask you for your information and you're ready to tell them whatever they want to hear.
That's a lie, and he's doing it wrong. Trust me, been there, done that. He's doing it wrong. He's doing it way wrong.
You should be ashamed of that, man. If you know how to do it, you should be fucking ashamed of that.
Yep. Semper Fi!
Kill and die! Semper Fi! Kill and die!
I love Berkeley. Thank you, Berkeley.
Stop it now!
Stop it! Stop it!
Stop it!
Stop torture! Stop torture!
Stop torture!
Stop torture!
Stop torture!
Stop the torture!
At this point, the victim of waterboarding might be on the verge of death. They'd be suffocating, they'd be drowning. And people do die from this.
Who is the daddy? What does he do? Who is the daddy? What does he do?
Stop the torture now! Drive out the Bush regime! Stop the torture now! Drive out the Bush regime! Stop the torture now! Drive out the Bush regime! Stop the torture now!
Drive out the Bush regime. Stop the torture now.
Like these people over here, they say that waterboarding is just like, you know, it's like a little, it's like a fraternity prank or something. Do you guys think it's a fraternity prank or
Hell
no?
no!
You guys think it's torture?
Hell no!
And all recruiters need to get out of our neighborhood.
Out of the school too.
Tomorrow, 7 a.m. right here. Be prepared to use your body. Stop the recruiters from going. This is what it looks like. This is what lying and spying and deceiving the American people and the rest of the world looks like.